Across the vast and diverse landscapes of Africa, a silent crisis persists, one that affects millions and casts a shadow over the continent's progress. Open defecation, a seemingly simple act, carries with it profound consequences for public health, the environment, and human dignity. The sight of human waste strewn across fields, riverbanks, and urban slums is not uncommon, a stark reminder of the challenges we face. But there is hope. Today we embark on a journey to explore effective strategies to combat open defecation in Africa, to understand the root causes, and to shed light on the path towards a cleaner, healthier future for all. Our journey begins with the most fundamental of needs: access to safe and hygienic sanitation facilities. For many communities across Africa, the lack of proper toilets and latrines lies at the heart of the open defecation crisis. Imagine a rural village where families are forced to venture far from their homes in the darkness of night or the heat of the day simply to relieve themselves. The indignity of such a situation is compounded by the very real threat to health. Without proper sanitation, human waste contaminates water sources, spreads diseases like cholera and typhoid fever, and exposes communities to a relentless cycle of illness. The construction of simple, affordable, and easy-to-maintain latrines can be transformative. These structures, often built with locally sourced materials, provide a private and dignified space for families, breaking the cycle of open defecation. But individual household latrines are only part of the solution. In densely populated urban slums and informal settlements where space is scarce and poverty is rife, community toilet facilities become essential. These shared spaces, if properly managed and maintained, offer a lifeline of sanitation to those who lack access to private facilities. However, building infrastructure is not enough. We must also address the human element, the behaviors and perceptions that contribute to the problem. This is where public awareness campaigns come into play. By educating communities about the importance of using and maintaining latrines, we can empower individuals to take ownership of their sanitation and break free from the cycle of open defecation. Our journey takes us deeper into the heart of the issue, where we discover that tackling open defecation requires more than bricks and mortar. It demands a fundamental shift in attitudes and behaviors, a transformation that can only be achieved through the power of community engagement and education. Imagine a group of villagers gathered under the shade of a baobab tree, listening intently as a health worker explains the importance of hand washing and proper sanitation. This is where the seeds of change are sown. Hygiene education programs conducted in local languages and tailored to specific cultural contexts are crucial in dispelling myths and misconceptions surrounding open defecation. By providing accurate information about the health risks associated with this practice, we can empower individuals to make informed choices for themselves and their families. But education alone is not enough. We must also engage with communities at a deeper level, tapping into their existing social structures and leadership. Traditional leaders, religious figures, and respected elders hold immense influence within their communities. By involving them in our efforts, by making them champions for change, we can amplify our message and reach even the most remote corners of society. Behavior change campaigns, utilizing local radio, community theater, and other culturally relevant mediums, can further reinforce positive sanitation practices and create a social norm that favors hygiene. When communities take ownership of their sanitation, when they understand the link between hygiene and their own well-being, that is when true and lasting change occurs. Chapter 3. Forging alliances, partnerships and funding for sustainable change. As we continue our exploration, we encounter a fundamental truth. Addressing a challenge as complex and deeply rooted as open defecation requires a collective effort, a tapestry woven from the threads of government commitment, NGO expertise and private sector innovation. Governments, as custodians of public health and well-being, play a pivotal role in providing the necessary resources and policy frameworks to support sanitation initiatives. Imagine a national government allocating a significant portion of its budget to sanitation infrastructure, to building latrines in rural areas, to improving waste management systems in urban slums. This commitment, this recognition of sanitation as a fundamental human right, is essential in creating an enabling environment for change. But governments cannot do it alone. Non-governmental organizations, with their deep understanding of local contexts, their experience in implementing community-based projects, and their access to technical expertise, are indispensable partners in this endeavor. They act as catalysts, as facilitators, as bridges between communities and governments, ensuring that sanitation programs are tailored to specific needs and implemented effectively. And then there is the private sector, a powerful engine of innovation and efficiency. Imagine a social enterprise developing low-cost, sustainable sanitation technologies, empowering local communities to manage their own waste and even generate income from it. By fostering public-private partnerships, by creating incentives for businesses to invest in sanitation solutions, we can unlock the full potential of the market to drive progress. Chapter 4. Building for Tomorrow: Sustainable Solutions for Lasting Impact. Our journey now takes us beyond the immediate, beyond the construction of latrines and the implementation of awareness campaigns, to the realm of long-term sustainability. For true and lasting change to occur, we must ensure that sanitation practices are not merely adopted, but embraced, maintained, and improved upon by generations to come. Imagine a team of local technicians trained in the art of latrine maintenance and repair, fanning out across a village, ensuring that these essential facilities remain functional and hygienic for years to come. This is the essence of sustainability, building local capacity to manage and sustain the infrastructure we create. But sustainability goes beyond maintenance. It also encompasses the adoption of innovative technologies that can revolutionize sanitation practices. Imagine a community-based biogas digester transforming human waste into clean cooking fuel and fertilizer, turning a sanitation challenge into an opportunity for environmental sustainability and economic empowerment. By embracing such innovations, by investing in research and development, we can create sanitation solutions that are not only effective, but also environmentally friendly and economically viable. And let us not forget the importance of local ownership. When communities are involved in the design, construction, and management of their sanitation facilities, when they have a stake in their success, sustainability is no longer a goal, but a way of life. Chapter 5. Measuring Progress: Monitoring and Evaluation for Continuous Improvement. As we approach the end of our journey, we encounter a crucial realization. The fight against open defecation is not a sprint, but a marathon, a continuous process of learning, adapting, and improving. To ensure that our efforts are effective, that we are making a real difference in the lives of people, we must embrace the principles of monitoring and evaluation. Imagine a team of researchers armed with clipboards and questionnaires, visiting households, gathering data on latrine usage, hygiene practices, and the incidence of waterborne diseases. This information, carefully collected and analyzed, provides us with a snapshot of our progress, highlighting both our successes and the areas where we need to redouble our efforts. Regular assessments, conducted with transparency and rigor, allow us to track the impact of our interventions, to understand what is working and what is not. But data alone is not enough. We must also create feedback mechanisms, channels through which communities can share their experiences, voice their concerns, and contribute to the ongoing improvement of sanitation programs. Imagine a community meeting where villagers gather to discuss the sanitation challenges they face, to provide feedback on the functionality of their latrines, and to suggest improvements to the program. This dialogue, this constant flow of information between communities and program implementers, is essential in ensuring that our efforts remain relevant, responsive, and effective over the long term. For in the end, the true measure of our success lies not in the number of latrines built, but in the lives transformed, in the health improved, and in the dignity restored to communities across Africa. Outro: a shared vision for a brighter future. As we conclude our exploration of effective strategies to combat open defecation in Africa, one resounding truth emerges. This is a challenge that can be overcome, a goal that is within our reach. But it requires a collective effort, a shared vision, for a future where every individual, regardless of their circumstances, has access to safe and dignified sanitation. By investing in sanitation infrastructure, by empowering communities through education and engagement, By forging strong partnerships, by embracing sustainable solutions, and by continuously monitoring our progress, we can create a ripple effect of positive change that will transform lives for generations to come. The journey ahead may be long, but the destination is clear: a healthier, more prosperous, and more equitable Africa for all. In conclusion, tackling open defecation in Africa is a multifaceted challenge that requires a combination of infrastructure development, community engagement, partnerships, sustainable solutions, and continuous monitoring. By working together, we can create healthier, more dignified living conditions for everyone. Thank you for watching, and let's continue to support and implement these vital strategies.